Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive?
Definitely, I'm excited for this one.
Me too. This one's kind of interesting because it's taking us into two worlds.
Two very different worlds.
Yeah, that you might not expect to have a ton in common.
Right.
So we're looking at the hustle of building a YouTube empire and the mindset of a champion athlete.
Intriguing combo. We're going to be drawing insights from two very different sources. Some advice from the YouTube superstar Mr. Beast
Oh, yeah. Mr.
on how to actually grow a channel, and then a fun video of Cristiano Ronaldo playing a, quote, guessing game
I saw that.
about all-time sports greats.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, for anyone who somehow doesn't know,
Right.
he's the guy behind those crazy viral stunts with millions and millions of views.
Yeah, the crazy ones.
Giving away cash, building Willy Wonka chocolate factories,
Yep.
that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And Ronaldo, well, I mean, football legend,
Yeah.
considered one of the best to ever grace the pitch. So the question is, what connects these two?
Yeah.
What can we learn about success?
Mm-hmm.
Strategy, captivating an audience by looking at their approaches?
Let's dive in.
All right, let's start with Mr. Beast's YouTube wisdom.
Uh-huh.
He actually has some pretty unexpected advice for creators just starting out.
Oh, yeah.
He says, forget aiming for perfection. Your first 10 videos, they're probably going to be flops anyway.
Okay.
Just keep going and focus on consistent improvement.
So he's emphasizing the process over the product, especially in those early stages.
Right.
I think he's tapping into something really important about the YouTube landscape. It's so fast-paced and competitive
Oh, for sure.
that trying to just hit it out of the park right away
Right.
can be paralyzing for a lot of people.
It can be. He even says it's around your 100th video
Oh, wow.
that things start to click,
Interesting.
which is, I mean, it's a little daunting,
Yeah.
but it's also encouraging in a way. You get better by doing, not by dreaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this ties into that whole growth mindset idea. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about being born with some magical talent, right? It's about embracing the journey of learning and iterating,
Yeah.
getting feedback, and constantly refining your craft.
Ms. Beast also has this really fascinating insight about the YouTube audience. He says you're not just playing with an algorithm, you're dealing with human psychology.
That's a good point.
Which is true, right?
Right. It's about understanding what makes people tick. Why do they click on certain videos? What keeps them glued to the screen? What makes them hit that subscribe button?
He gets super practical, too, talking about titles and thumbnails.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that example he gives? I tied up an FBI agent and gave him $100,000 to escape.
Yeah.
Here's how it went. I mean, who wouldn't click on that?
It's brilliant. Not only does it promise a crazy story, but it also hits on multiple levels: curiosity, the how-to element, and even a bit of suspense. He's basically mastered the art of the 5-second hook.
And it makes you realize how much we all do this,
Yeah.
even subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
We're bombarded with content all day long.
Yeah.
And if something doesn't grab us instantly, we just swipe on by.
Precisely. So whether you're a YouTuber, writing an email, or even just starting a conversation, that principle of clear messaging and understanding your audience is absolutely critical.
Yeah, and here's where I find Mr. Beast's approach really refreshing. He stresses quality over quantity.
Interesting.
He'd rather have one incredible video that goes viral than a bunch of average ones
Right.
that just kind of fade into the background.
It's counterintuitive
It is.
in a world obsessed with churning out content.
Totally.
But it makes sense that one breakout video can launch your channel, establish your brand, and build a loyal fan base. It's about making a real impact, not just adding to the noise.
But how do you get to that level of quality? Mr. Beast says you have to actively seek out harsh critics.
Oh, wow.
People who will really push you and give you honest feedback.
He believes in constant improvement, even if it comes from sources that might sting a little. Now, this might seem a million miles away from the world of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But stick with us. There's a fascinating connection here.
Okay, so let's shift gears to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
The video we're looking at shows him playing this, quote, guessing game.
Right.
He has to figure out if these famous quotes about winning
Yeah.
belong to Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, or himself.
Oh, fun.
And it's lighthearted on the surface, but when you watch it, you can't help but notice that even in a friendly game,
Right.
Ronaldo's competitive spirit just shines through.
Yeah.
He's got that fire in his eyes.
Totally.
He even gets a few wrong at the beginning.
I noticed that.
And you can tell it really bugs him.
Yeah.
Like, wait, that wasn't Emmy who said that.
Yeah.
And it's actually really endearing because it shows that even someone at his level,
Right.
someone who has achieved so much, still cares so deeply about being Thus.
It reminds us that even at the top of their game, these icons are still human, right?
Totally.
They have egos, they want to win, and they're constantly pushing themselves.
Exactly. And speaking of pushing yourself,
Yeah.
remember that quote from Mr. Beast about seeking out harsh critics?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, think about the kind of criticism Ronaldo has faced throughout his career.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been in the global spotlight for decades.
Yeah.
And believe me, the haters have not held back.
No, they have not.
And that's where the connection gets really interesting.
Uh-huh.
One of the quotes Ronaldo correctly identifies as his own is,
Right.
"Your love makes me strong. Your hate makes me unstoppable."
Wow.
That's a powerful statement.
It is.
It speaks volumes about his mindset.
It's almost like he's weaponizing the negativity, right?
Yeah.
He's not letting it break him down. He's using it as fuel to drive him forward.
Totally.
And there's a psychological element at play here that Mr. Beast understands instinctively.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Think about it. Controversy generates buzz.
That's true.
Whether it's positive or negative attention, it keeps people talking, right?
Yeah.
Keeps them engaged.
So you're saying that even negative comments on a YouTube video can actually be beneficial?
To a certain extent, yes.
Wow.
Of course, there's a line between constructive criticism and outright toxicity.
Yeah, obviously.
But even negative engagement can contribute to a video's visibility. It's part of the algorithm, but more importantly, it's part of human nature.
Sure.
We're drawn to drama, we're curious about what other people are saying, and we're more likely to click on something that has generated a strong reaction,
Oh, yeah.
even if it's negative.
That's mind-blowing. Makes you rethink that whole ignore the haters mantra, doesn't it?
It does. It's not about condoning negativity, but rather understanding its potential impact.
Right.
And remember, Mr. Beast also talks about seeking out constructive criticism, right?
Yeah.
He wants to know what's not working, what he can improve. It's about growth, not just stroking your ego.
Okay, so back to Ronaldo's quote game.
Okay.
Another quote that really stood out was from Michael Jordan. "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships."
Classic Jordan.
Yeah.
And it highlights a crucial aspect of success that applies to both YouTube and professional sports, right?
Right.
It's not enough to be individually brilliant.
No.
You need to be able to collaborate, strategize, and work effectively as part of a team.
And there was that other insightful quote from Jordan.
Yeah.
"Limits, like fears, are often just an illusion."
That one resonates with me on a personal level.
Me too.
It's a reminder that we often set boundaries for ourselves based on perceived limitations or anxieties.
Right.
But those boundaries are often self-imposed.
Yeah.
We're capable of achieving far more than we think if we dare to push beyond those perceived limits.
It's so easy to get caught up in the fear of failure,
Right.
the fear of judgment.
Yeah.
But these guys, they just go for it.
They do.
They push those boundaries and inspire us to do the same.
Absolutely. And they're not just inspiring, they're also incredibly strategic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Think about the way Mr. Beast structures his videos.
Yeah.
The way he builds suspense, the way he understands what will keep people watching until the very end. And then you look at Ronaldo on the field, he's not just relying on raw talent.
Yeah.
He's constantly analyzing his opponents, anticipating their moves,
Right.
making split-second decisions that can change the game.
It's like they've both mastered this combination of boldness and calculation. They take risks, but they're calculated risks.
Yeah.
They're passionate, but they're also incredibly savvy.
And this brings us to a bigger takeaway, I think.
That's that?
Success in any field,
Yeah.
whether it's YouTube, professional sports, or even just our personal lives,
Right.
it comes from a blend of talent, strategy, and relentless effort to improve.
It's about pushing your limits,
Yeah.
learning from your mistakes, and always striving for that next level.
Absolutely.
So thinking about everything we've discussed today,
Yeah.
what resonates with you the most?
I think for me, it's the reminder that understanding your audience is paramount.
Oh, for sure.
Whether you're creating content for millions or simply having a conversation with a friend,
Yeah.
knowing what resonates with them, what motivates them, what keeps them engaged, that's the key to making a real impact.
I completely agree. It's about connecting on a deeper level,
Yeah.
delivering value, and leaving a lasting impression.
For sure. And that's a skill we can all develop no matter what our goals are.
So true. So here's a final thought to ponder.
Okay, hit me.
How can we apply these principles, this blend of passion, strategy, and audience awareness,
Right.
to our own lives?
It's a great question to consider.
Isn't it?
Whether we're working on a creative project, building a business, or simply trying to be more effective communicators, how can we tap into that Mr. Beast level drive and Ronaldo-esque determination to achieve our goals?
That's the question, right?
It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and growth.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe by embracing these principles, we can all unlock a little bit of that magic and achieve extraordinary things.
I love that. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been fun.
We hope it's giving you some food for thought and inspired you to pursue your passions with that same unwavering dedication and strategic mindset.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing those boundaries.